What was it that Will Rogers said? The only thing you can count on is death and taxes. But Congress can change taxes all the time. Yeah, taxes, taxes, taxes. Nobody likes them. And we all have got to deal with them. But really, the question to ask is how are you dealing with them? Because in retirement, your pension, your Social Security, they're taxable. How about your TSP, your 401k, your IRA? Are they taxable? Yeah, they are. Remember when it's called tax deferred? That means taxed later. And so the money you put in was lowering your income while working, but now those contributions and the growth is all been growing taxable. So when you pull it out, it's taxed. So how do you get rid of these taxes? Because let's be honest, we don't care how much our gross is, we care how much our net is. How much are you going to bring home? How much are you netting? Because through that net, federal taxes take out some of your money, the state, and other things. So you want to know, hey, what do I get to keep? And I want you to know that too. So one of the things that we always do when we create your chartered retirement course, your CRC, is we create a tax plan. Because guess what? If you don't create a tax plan, do you know who will? You're right. You'll be defaulted to the government's tax plan. Who do you think could do a better job of planning for your retirement? You or the government? Yeah, I would absolutely agree with you. You could do a much better job of planning for your own goals, your own plans and aspirations than the government can. Because if you sit on your hands and do nothing, the government will take over with their RMD schedule. So, guess what? We're in historically high or low taxes. Believe it or not, for the next few years, we're in historically low taxes. So it's a great time to plan for this. Now, it's been my experience that most people independently and most firms are not in the practice of creating a tax plan. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of sweat, and it takes some years to accomplish. But boy, oh boy, if you can do it, guess what you accomplish? You get rid of Uncle Sam's hand every time you're taking money out of your retirement savings. You can swat the state government out of there too. Get rid of those two partners who aren't helping you anymore. How are you going to do that? Carefully, through a Roth conversion plan. A lot of people say, Charles, am I allowed to contribute to a Roth in retirement? No, you're not. Not if you don't have earned wages, but you can complete Roth conversions. But there are a lot of minefields that can explode on you. One of those things is Medicare Part B premiums. You could easily jack up those premiums with something called IRMA. The other thing is you can send yourself into a much higher tax bracket if you're not careful. So typically, you would need the guidance of a professional because, as I said before, most firms and most people just do not do this. But it's a fantastic opportunity to get money to grow for you for tax-free the rest of your life. Imagine if you're sitting there and you've done this over the course of some years, and now every time you go to withdraw your money, there's no question, do I have to pay the federal government or the state? Nope. All that money's yours. We look forward to that. So in our next video, we're going to talk about long-term care, care for a long time, and why you might want to plan for that inside your CRC, your Chartered Retirement Course. Until our next video, look forward to answering that for y'all.